Two of the greatest words in all of sports, opening day.
Absolutely, Brian. Everybody's undefeated, everybody's optimistic, and everybody is eager to get going, whether you're playing or the guy on the sidelines drawing up plays.
Here's the starting group for Portland. Giannis Antetokounmpo is out there with Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Then there's Klingon, then it's Williams, and it's Kamare in at the 3.
Not an easy shot at all. Cunningham seems to have it early on in his NBA career.
And here are the Trailblazers now, following the score by Detroit. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander, and they're going to count that bucket, and they'll send him to the line. It could be a three-point play.
Nice way to start the game. That's where you'd like to get your shots from.
Portland shooting their first free throw of the night here.
Gilgeous-Alexander. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. One shot.
Gilgeous-Alexander, no good on the free throw. All right, we've now got our 2K insider, Shams Charania, on the line. He's got a special report. Shams, it's all yours.
Hey, guys. Well, this year marked the loss of Blazers great, Hall of Famer, and truly a one-of-one, Bill Walton. One of the greatest big men this league has ever seen, known for his incredible passing skills. And off the court, he was just as dedicated to assisting others and making the world a better place. Guys, there is no question Bill Walton will be missed.
his legacy carries on. Okay, Shams, thank you. And the dunk by Duren.
Yeah, just too strong right there. Duren is so good at fighting through contact on the way up.
And at 6'10", Jalen Duren is an incredible athlete for his size.
He's got a lot of bounce, which helps him as a rim protector, rebounder, and lob threat. Plus, he's got quick feet, and he's able to guard smaller guys on the perimeter.
The free throw drops for Duren. And one thing we know we'll see, Jalen Duren giving his all on the glass, Dan.
Yeah, Brian, look, he's one of the best per-minute rebounders in this league, and it's what the team needs for him. But he's also become a very good finisher.
Oh, he packed it down!
That is incredible.
Beyond belief. I mean, such a creative talent. And I'm not surprised to see Giannis get flashy on the finish.
On the AT&T 5G Slam Cam, good looks by our terrific camera crew. Cunningham passes to Wembanyama. A little over a minute and a half into this first quarter. Now here's Cunningham. Defense right on him. Not going to go that time. For Portland, they've gone just 2 for 4 from the floor. Thompson against Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Clingan. Coming off a 12-point game. And here's Thompson. Down low. And the dunk by Duren.
Physical play by Duren at the rim, which doesn't allow much room for interference.
And Chauncey Billups calls timeout here. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. All right, Grant, I have to ask you, has there ever been a more intimidating team than the old bad boy Pistons?
Well, they weren't fancy, but they played hard and they played physical basketball. Every team that faced those Detroit teams knew they were in for a battle.
Let's go!
And with this break, a chance to see the best passers in the league from last season. Number 5, LeBron James.
Not a lot of guys had better vision on the floor than him. He was able to see passing lanes and ready shooters no one else could.
Now, if you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Williams, a screen on James. Williams on the wing, covered by Duren. Pass to Clingan, 5 to shoot. Here's Kamari. Over Cunningham. Kamari, no good. James against Antetokounmpo. That one's good from James on the assist by Thompson.
And their offense looking like a well-oiled machine.
And so it's Gilgeous-Alexander with it. He brings it up for the Trailblazers. 8-point game. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. It's on LeBron James.
And I mean, how do you guard Giannis? When he's looking to score, sometimes you just have to foul him.
Well, Grant, they say early in Giannis's career, he had to work not just on his game, but his attitude.
And that's true, B.A. It wasn't a bad attitude. He just lacked an edge. The ruthless mindset that all great players have. But, man, once he got that edge, he never lost it.
And that one falls for Antetokounmpo. Well, the truth is, Stan, you lose a franchise legend like Damian Lillard, it really changes your identity.
Oh, it does, Brian. Their offense ran through Lillard for over a decade. Last year was almost a total reset. Now someone has to step up and be that guy.
so he makes both from the line. The Pistons have had quite a few high lottery picks of late, Stan. However, they haven't had much success yet.
Well, Brian, you know, sometimes it takes a lot of time. Some teams will come together quicker. Some players and some teams need more time to develop. Detroit's just got to keep adding to what they have and continuing to develop the players that are already in their system.
And a great fan base in Detroit, starving for victories.
And the D can't allow Gilgeous-Alexander to get this positioning, because once he does, he makes you pay.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
The Blazers have a lot to learn. Coach Chauncey Billups said, I owe it to these players to coach them. The only way I know to do that is with honesty. It's always coming from a good place. Once you know that, then you take it with love. I lead with love. I don't lead with fear. Brian?
That's a Hall of Fame mentality, Allie. He's been in their shoes. Clingan powered down after the assist led him to the lane.
First, Clingan screens the defender out of the play and then capitalizes.
James outside. Driving to the basket. Shot from 12. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Their last encounter was in Portland.
They were out-hustled on the boards the last time these teams met.
And slam dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Defenders just clearing out, and Gilgeous-Alexander came in with a purpose.
Thompson outside. Here's James. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming his way.
Attacking in the painted area. Clearly that was their game plan coming in.
And he's got his first opportunity at the line here tonight. Simons is checked in for Portland.
At the line for Detroit, James. LeBron James. One shot.
That free throw, good from James.
Yeah, the experience and the knowledge is invaluable. LeBron gives all he has to these young guys deep in his career.
1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. To the middle. It's tipped. Thompson with a steal. James outside. The fadeaway. And at the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Detroit on top, up by 3. Quarter number 2 coming up right after this break. Don't go anywhere. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out ahead in the second quarter. And guys, what's your take on the Pistons so far?
Well, they've used the fast break well to score easy points and keep the defense unsettled.
Yeah, they dictated the pace to this point, looking to run at every opportunity.
Stan, LeBron James is widely regarded as one of the most intelligent players in the league. Who else stands out to you as far as basketball IQ?
No, Brian, that's a tough question. There's so many of them. Nikola Jokic, Luka Doncic. There's just so many intelligent guys in this league. Fans that think it's all about athleticism don't understand how intelligent the best players are.
Here are the 5 Portland has to start the second. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is out there with Giannis Antetokounmpo. Then it's Williams, then there's Clingan, and it's Kamare in at the small forward position. Wembanyama, screen on Antetokounmpo. Out to Thompson, shot clock at 6. Takes the 3. They get it back. Oh, it's blocked by Williams.
Well, this is the kind of defender Williams is. Aggressive and ready to go after blocks.
Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Kicks it out to Antetokounmpo. Antetokounmpo is doubled. Now Williams. Three-pointer. It's hauled in by Wembanyama. The Pistons leading. Well, Coach, it's been discussed a lot, but the Detroit Pistons set a record in 2023 that no one wants to match.
Well, that's for sure, B.A. No franchise wants to suffer through a 28-game losing streak. They thought that team had potential, but they just never found their footing early on, and then things just snowballed on them.
Antetokounmpo against James with the 10-footer. Oh, Giannis using his size inside.
Yeah, what a sweet move from Giannis. Just breaking down the defense there.
And the timeout called here by J.B. Bickerstaff. He wants to make sure everybody's on the same page. And a quick pause here. Let's go to the 2K leaderboard and check out last season's best shot blockers. Victor Wembanyama, #1.
Even when the ball would swing away from him, he would rotate and challenge the shot.
Quarter 2 and about 2 minutes in. Cunningham passes to Wembanyama, and there's the call on Jalen Duren. That's his first foul of the game. And there's Wembanyama. That's good on the assist by Cunningham. And you got to be in awe of incredible defensive efforts like this.
You know, you can't ask for any better defense than that. He responded so fast to the shooter, and it stifled him.
Blazers trail by 4. Antetokounmpo outside. Pass to Klingon. Duren against Williams. Here's Kamari. 6 on the shot clock. Now Antetokounmpo. Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. A big triple. Gilgeous-Alexander.
An example of the unique leadership of Gilgeous-Alexander, getting the 3 points right back for them.
Thompson passes to James. Inside. Picked it out of midair. And out of bounds. The Pistons will take it. Here in quarter 2, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Now here's Cunningham. Not a lot of room. Now the Blazers moving it up. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And slam dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Yeah, when Shea goes all out, catching up to him is not an option. And he is gone.
Cunningham with the ball. 23 points his last outing. James outside from downtown. Portland with a rebound. Klingon's got his 4th rebound in this one.
The battle of the boards has been something to watch.
And you watch Donovan Klingon. He really benefited from that extra year in college, Graham.
Yeah, the development cycle could be a little longer for centers, B.A. He cleaned up a lot offensively and took his strength and conditioning to another level.
Can they get it? Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. And, Coach, how about the Thompson twins making their impact felt in the 2023 draft?
Yeah, Brian, we've seen twins in the NBA before, albeit not very often. But these two made history that draft day, becoming the first pair of twins to be selected in the top 5 of the same draft.
The first one falls. And when you talk about this Portland team, Stan, they're young and talented. They have some nice pieces going forward.
Yeah, and Brian, it starts with Scoot Henderson and Anthony Simons in that backcourt, but Shaedon Sharpe, when healthy, they've got some good pieces to build around.
That's also good, so he hits both free throws.
Well, in terms of pure talent, Ausar Thompson has loads of it. I don't know if he has a ceiling.
Pass to Kamari. .107 left in the second quarter. Gilgeous-Alexander no good.
Oh, this is exactly the kind of opportunity you don't want to waste.
Thompson passes to Cunningham. Now here's Wembanyama. Down low. Here's Duren. And the dunk by Duren.
The feel for the game Wembanyama has is just fantastic. I mean, he reads the movement of the defense and his teammates just so well.
Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. 36 seconds left to play in the second quarter. Had the space there, but it's offline. Detroit has gone 1 for 3 from downtown here in the second. Cunningham outside. Oh, what a move by Cunningham inside.
Well, the physicality of the NBA takes some getting used to, but Cunningham is able to make those tough finishes.
Antetokounmpo outside. Pass to Kamari from the arc. He drops it from range. Kamari's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Tie game in Detroit. Stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
26.
Welcome to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. The Detroit Pistons finding themselves in a closely contested game. Do you guys agree in a game like this, typically you go out to your superstars and say, get it done?
Yep, and we did that a lot. Why do you think I scored so much? They gave me the ball.
That's if you got enough oxygen in the locker room at halftime.
I didn't need oxygen tank. I needed photosynthesis.
And now let's focus on the Trailblazers. At halftime now, it's been a tight one.
Well, they're not settling for long jumpers. They're getting the ball into the paint. And you know I love that.
Yeah, we know.
Yeah, you know what? I played with Akeem, too. I liked it.
Thanks for joining us. Time to head back over to the third quarter with Brian Anderson.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple of quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. You know, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has been exceptional here, guys.
I like how they control the tempo and play to his strengths.
Yeah, he's found his spots, been patient with his shot selection, and it's paid off for himself and the team.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during halftime. We've got LeBron James. Duren out there with Wembanyama. Then it's Ausar Thompson. And it's Cunningham in at the 1. That's the group for Detroit right now. Kamari, no good. And so it's Cunningham with it. He brings it up for Detroit. Thompson. Gilgeous-Alexander with a rebound. Now the Blazers moving it up. Here's Antetokounmpo. And the jam by Antetokounmpo.
I mean, the size and athleticism of Giannis, arguably without precedent, an incredibly prolific finisher.
Wembanyama, pass to Cunningham. And, Coach, it seems there's a move to cut out some of the cheap fouls in the game. This notion of, if you wouldn't call it on the playground, why do you call it in a game? You like to see where it's going?
Yeah, look, there's some times where I think we'd get a better game if the players do what they did in pickup games, Brian, and just called their own fouls. A lot of these cheap fouls would cease to exist. I think there's just got to be a better recognition from referees on what really impacts a play and what doesn't.
And stolen by Antetokounmpo. Over James. And it's Antetokounmpo with the miss. Well, the Pistons shooting 55% for the game so far. Back to James. Cunningham outside. Screen by James. Shot goes. Cunningham with the grit.
They have no answer defensively inside.
Portland trailing here. Stan, with the trade of Damian Lillard in 2023, Portland was headed in a new direction.
Yeah, Brian, they really decided to go young, added a top 3 pick in Scoot Henderson. They've been piling up young talent in the Rose City, and now it's all about development. Those players have got to get better. They've got to get good habits. They've just got to continue to grow.
Wembanyama finds Cunningham. Cunningham going to work inside.
Their defense just falls apart once the ball goes inside.
Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Pass to Kamari. Now Williams. Six to shoot. Robert Williams. One tough customer right there.
Well, that's good defense. Williams just beat them.
Outside Wembanyama. And now we're 3 minutes into this third quarter of play. And it's Cunningham missing.
Clean look from mid-range. Coach will probably want to run that play again.
Here's Kamari, covered by Duren. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Over Cunningham. Here's Clingan. For the lead. And Cunningham pulls it down. Here's Thompson. Giannis with the rebound. The Trailblazers have gotten 3 of 6 shots to fall so far in the third. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And he misses the go-ahead basket. Detroit with the ball. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half. Wembanyama screen. And here's Cunningham outside. Nice work beyond the arc by Cunningham.
His strong shooting has really helped them secure this lead.
Pass to Kamari. Here's Clingan. Here's Kamari. Here's Clingan, defended by Thompson. Clingan's shot is off. Detroit leading by 3. Up top, Thompson. Gilgeous-Alexander defending. Cunningham passes to Wembanyama. For 3. And it's Portland with a rebound. Now here's Antetokounmpo. He's got 12. Tries the spin move. Pass to Clingan. Jacks up with 3. Kamari, that's good. Kamari's got 6.
Well, you love the unselfishness. Makes the next pass and enables his team to capitalize on the possession.
And so it's Cade Cunningham making things happen for Detroit. Hunting for opportunities, leading to 9 points in the quarter. Time for a quick break, then back to the action. All right, let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
Well, it's one of the core parts of the game. Reading the defense and creating an easy bucket for your teammate. That is pretty.
Well, this has been a great contest so far. I imagine the fourth quarter could have more action in store for us. And on the floor for Portland here in the fourth. Williams is out there with Klingon. Then it's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Then it's Giannis Antetokounmpo. And it's Kamari in at the three.
Yeah, you've got to worry about Wembanyama everywhere. He puts a defense to the test.
Pass to Klingon. Back to Antetokounmpo. That's basket number 6 in 8 tries.
Looks like we're starting to see a pattern here. Not afraid to get in the paint and get wet.
James outside. Right side, Wembanyama. Thompson against Antetokounmpo. Duren, the pass to Cunningham. From deep. Giannis Antetokounmpo grabs the board. Antetokounmpo has got his 4th rebound in this one. Gilgeous-Alexander on the wing. Outside, Williams. Pass to Antetokounmpo. And again, it's Portland with a 3.
His jump shots improved every season. Antetokounmpo's got a great rhythm on his quick release shots.
Cunningham passes to Wembanyama. Oh, Wembanyama hitting from deep.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
And Chauncey Billups calls timeout here. He was quite emphatic, demanding the timeout, clearly wanting to address strategy with his team. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Guys, over the last break, I listened to Chauncey Billups address the team, and he was adamant that they need to tighten up their D. That lack of communication at that end has led to breakdowns, wide open shooters, and easy buckets. He sounded pretty frustrated, guys.
And Allie, thank you for that. Pistons on D. They lead by 1. Antetokounmpo surveys. They set the screen. Over James. Here's Klingon.
The near 8-foot wingspan of Wembanyama. I mean, that will disrupt shots. We'll leave that.
Thompson gets a good look. Here's Wembanyama. Yes! And the foul! Robert Williams picks up one.
Since halftime, they haven't been scoring inside as easily. The defense has been quicker to help.
All right, a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from here for Detroit.
Well, they've been hitting threes at a high clip, and the defense hasn't done enough to challenge them at the line. They need to close out and run them off the three.
And also the number of points they've scored in the paint has been impressive. This coaching staff encouraging them to keep going inside.
The free throw no good for Wembanyama.
Honestly, we have never seen someone like Victor Wembanyama, a skilled 7.5-footer. I mean, the way he moves, it's unreal.
Here's Thompson, blocked, and that's out of bounds. It was last touched by Klingon. And it's time to take another look at that powerful block.
And this is exactly why he's out here, in order to block shots in tight games like this.
Fourth quarter of play. We're about 2.5 minutes through it now. Here's Cunningham. And that one hits the back iron. Blazers trail by 3. Here's Kamari. Pass to Klingon. Here's Kamari. 5 on the clock. Williams passes to Gilgeous-Alexander. Shoots over Thompson. Gilgeous-Alexander, good.
He wants the ball, has a flair for the dramatic, unfazed in big situations.
Cunningham outside. 1:51 left in the fourth. Here's Thompson. Portland with a rebound.
Well, he's got the green light in that situation. They want him taking that shot, even if he didn't get it to go.
Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. Over James. Rebounded by LeBron. And so James will bring it up for Detroit. It's a one-point game. Outside for Wembanyama. Launches a three, and that one falls. His 5th basket in 7 tries.
No fear in this young man. We're already getting a sense of Wembanyama's killer instinct.
Antetokounmpo to pass to Williams. Antetokounmpo inside. Wembanyama on him. And Antetokounmpo with the basket on the assist from Williams. Detroit has gone 6 for 12 from deep so far in this game. Antetokounmpo against James. Cunningham outside. With the 10-footer. Williams grabs the board.
Now there's your rim protection. That's how you defend the post.
Yeah, that's an outstanding defensive stand in close.
Here's Cunningham. And the bucket counts. And he is on his way to the line. He'll try to make it a 3-point play.
Foul! Defensive foul. Donovan Clingan. First personal foul. Second team foul. At the line for your Pistons, Cunningham. Cunningham. One shot.
That free throw good from Cunningham.
And there's the cherry on top. Excellent trip up the floor to build out this lead.
And Chauncey Billups calls timeout. No doubt he's going to utilize the opportunity to make sure they're all on the same page here. Given the situation here, what sort of strategy needs to be top of mind?
They don't want to waste time here. If they can score fast enough, they can go back on D and try to get a stop instead of having to foul.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Throws it down, and the official calls a foul. It may be a 3-point play. Cade Cunningham picks that one up.
Team second. At the line for the Trailblazers. Antetokounmpo. One shot.
That's exactly what this team needs right now, completing the N1.
34 seconds left in the 4th quarter. They'll probably slow things down now.
Burn the clock while you have the lead. I like that.
Duren, pass to James. James double team. Shot clock at 5. Kept alive. And they go to the intentional foul.
I can't believe that took so long. They needed to foul much sooner.
Third personal foul. 13 foul. At the line for 2, Duren.
He drops the first one, and that makes it a 3-point lead.
Yeah, as of right now, Jalen Duren kind of seems like a classic big man. He can block, he can rebound, and he really focuses on finding close-range looks.
And he's unable to get the second one. And Chauncey Billups calls timeout. And Coach didn't want to take any chances in this situation, which is why he called the TO. Let's hear from our analyst. Give us your take on the strategy being discussed right now.
Tricky situation here. They need some kind of bucket to stay alive.
Yeah, the clock is their enemy, and they know it. We'll see if they go for the tie or try and get a quick.
And now an intentional foul. They need the ball back as soon as possible.
Getting a little desperate at this stage. I mean, the clock's the big X factor.
For your Pistons, Wembanyama taking 2 shots.
He hits the first one, and that gives him a 4-point cushion. And so he drops them both, and it's a 5-point game.
When you've got your opponent down, don't let him up. This one's all but over.
Fires from way outside, and the miss. And so it's Detroit with the W. Boy, a hard-fought game. They did a great job of holding on to the lead at the end.
Yeah, get the coffee, because that's the way to close. You're going to face some obstacles in the game. They overcame every one.
Well, now we have some time to check in with Allie LaForce. Allie.
LeBron, that was an impressive win. What did it take to get it done tonight?
It's a really good team that we're playing. They're very resilient, just like us. They play together, they play hard, they play tough. So we had to bring that fight tonight.
You brought it. It paid off. Congrats.
All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thanks for that. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. With Grant Hill, Stan Van Gundy, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson saying thanks for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. And now let's take a look at our player of the game.
It's time, Jeff.
Opening day, and what a great day it is. Greg, what are these players feeling as they tip off this new season?
It is always exciting to start a new season. Players are just filled with hope and optimism, especially after putting in all that offseason work.
And a look at the starters for the Hornets. All out there with LeBron James. Then it's Miller, and then there's Antetokounmpo. And it's Williams at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
Well, you look at Ball, and I really think he excels more in the open court than he does in the half court.
Outside, Dort. Here's Tatum. Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
An efficient start here offensively, working it inside for the easy two.
LeBron against Tatum. Now here's LeBron. Fires for three. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
All systems are on go when LeBron has the ball behind the arc.
And now just over a minute played here in the first. In recent seasons, the Charlotte Hornets, Clark, have been very active in the trade market.
Well, it seems like they're always wheeling and dealing. I mean, they're on the quest for that perfect fit lineup, moving pieces around, trying to find the right recipe for success.
And here's Charlotte. It's a three-point game. And finished off by LeBron.
One of the most remarkable things in sport, LeBron still throwing it down at this age. One of the best athletes we've seen in any sport.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander.
That's exactly the look they wanted, guys. Right guy, right play, wrong result.
Antetokounmpo. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat.
Now's the time to do it. Keep attacking that rim.
It's Dort on the wing, covered by Miller. Dort passes to Gilgeous-Alexander. Doesn't go either for Gilgeous-Alexander.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the three.
James with it, outguarded by Tatum. And that one's good out of Antetokounmpo.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Ball. They need this. And the rejection by Antetokounmpo.
What a swat by Giannis. Love the force he throws those shots away with.
And it's out of bounds and last touch by Holmgren. And we got to take a second look to admire that outstanding block.
Well, I like the fact that's intimidation right away. Got to show those shooters you're going to be in their face all night long.
First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes played. Shoots a fader.
And despite that miss, a strong start for them offensively.
Yeah, they're scoring with confidence, making them count in the early going here.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Ball. And that one's good. Gilgeous-Alexander.
And good work inside. SGA will make more room for himself on the perimeter when he can be effective down low.
Now, here is Miller. Ball kicks to Giannis. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. And they're trailing by 7. You know, you were talking about Giannis. He can put up 30 a game without taking many shots from the perimeter. And that's a tall order these days, especially because he gets doubled every single time. And it's Gilgeous-Alexander missing.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
And here's Giannis from outside. Charlotte no good that time either. The Thunder have gone just 2 of 7 so far. A little bit of a slow start for them. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Greg, seems like we always talk about Shai Gilgeous-Alexander's offensive side. But when it comes to deflections and steals, his defense, he's one of the best.
Yeah, his two-way ability is sometimes overlooked in the mainstream media. But people in the know how good of a defender he is.
And he makes the first.
Nearly automatic. Gilgeous-Alexander, no slouch from the line.
And so he's able to get 1 of 2.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly.
Loads it up for Williams. Gilgeous-Alexander with the steal. Dort attacking. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
First personal foul.
It's going to be on Brandon Miller.
I like when Dort takes initiative because he's capable of compromising defenders on the drive.
Taking 2 shots.
First one falls for him.
Who needs the NBA draft? I mean, Dort worked his way onto the team, into the rotation, and then turns into a key contributor.
And so he makes both from the line. Hornets leading by 4. Ball, the pass to LeBron. Ball, a screen on Tatum. From downtown. No good from LeBron. The Thunder shooting well off their usual numbers, around 29% so far. And Gilgeous-Alexander throws it down.
And watch out for SGA going to the basket. He will put it on your head if you're not watching.
Down low, here's Miller. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Ball against Gilgeous-Alexander. And the layup's good off the glass. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 7 points.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Hornets ahead. They lead by a bucket. And for 2K Sports, we'll be back here at Paycom Center right after this. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far in the scoreboard. And let's quickly break down the game, guys. We've been watching from the Hornets.
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
Yeah, I like the way they play. They're looking to get up and down the court every time. Racehorse basketball here tonight. Strap it up. Don't look down. You'll miss something.
So on the floor for Charlotte to start this second quarter. They've got James. Mark Williams is out there with Antetokounmpo. Then it's Miller, and it's Ball in at the 1. And so it's Dort with it. He brings it up for the Thunder. Trailing by 2. This is their first chance this season playing Charlotte.
And they had some trouble with this group a year ago. And it's a bit of a head-scratcher as to why, given the way both teams ended the year.
Well, if you only looked at talent alone, you would have thought they would have avoided a sweep. But that wasn't the case, was it?
Oh, no excuse for a guy of his caliber. You've got to finish that slam. Got to be a little embarrassed by that one.
Now here's LeBron. He has 5. Outside Williams. Lets it go with a 3. No good from LeBron. Looking at the last game for Charlotte, it was a loss to the Celtics in Boston. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, Lou Dort makes his bones at the defensive end. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander says, I always try to test myself against him in practice because he's the best of the best. And Coach Mark Daigneault said, I look at him more like he's an artist. We can shift him anywhere. There's no one he can't guard. Kevin?
David, he is a beast. Wow. Thank you for the report. Now here's Williams. And the rejection by Holmgren.
Long 7-1 with that 7'6" wingspan. Holmgren can alter a block just about every shot in his vicinity.
Greg, we know about the Euro step, but is the D-cell the next move that's getting more notice?
I think it is, Kevin, and you can see players have quickly incorporated that into their arsenal. It's been fun to watch, man, and I tell you, it creates some uncomfortable situations.
Here's Ball. Giannis outside. Ball kicks to James. There's the lob at Antetokounmpo. Holmgren with the steal. Gilgeous-Alexander finds Tatum. Three-pointer. And a great assist by Gilgeous-Alexander as that one goes in. Tatum's got the lead up to 3 now for the Thunder. And timeout is called by Charles Lee. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline.
Here's a look at stats for Miller. Some last season stats for him. Put up about 17 points a game, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists. And you talk about guys who just have a nose for putting up points. He is one of them.
Yeah, he sure is, and he rarely has back-to-back bad games. If he has an off night, he usually follows that up with a big night.
Antetokounmpo dishes to Williams. Wembanyama with it. Now guarded by Ball. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Wembanyama. Gilgeous-Alexander surveying the D. And again, it's Oklahoma City. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Thunder.
They're really mucking things up for the opposition, racking up steal after steal, just not letting them develop any kind of offensive rhythm.
And, you know, another thing that's been working for them tonight, scoring off turnovers, points off miscues. They've been converting any mistakes at the other end.
Now, here's Dort after LeBron James's miss. And it's Gilgeous-Alexander missing.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
Giannis kicks to James. Will it go? Oh, LeBron's just too strong inside.
Fighting through contact. Not easy trying to corral LeBron when he's focused on scoring. Good luck with that.
We passed year 20 for LeBron James. Clark, how is he still doing this?
Well, I'd love to find out, but he's got a combination of remarkable DNA and obviously a tremendous work ethic and attention to detail and taking care of his body. But some of it's a blend of good fortune and a lot of hard work. But he's played at a level at his age that I never thought I'd see in basketball. It's different in other sports, but to do what he's doing on the court is amazing.
Williams can't get it to go.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
Gilgeous-Alexander can't get it to go. Hornets trail by 5. Miller outside. In the corner, it's James. Five on the clock. Oh, the athletic move by LeBron James.
LeBron James, power and athleticism on full display with the jam.
Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Gilgeous-Alexander, a screen on LeBron. Tatum passes to Dort. Tatum against James. Great job by Tatum in close.
Yeah, and their shooting really starting to pick up here in the second.
Yeah, and it should help them increase their separation here. I mean, this has been an impressive offensive output.
And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2.
Yeah, the defender all over.
He got in good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off.
The Hornets shooting their initial free throws of the game right here.
And look back a season ago. They did a solid job at the line. About 79% of their free throws.
That one is off. He hits the second from the line. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Thunder lead by 4. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, guys. Here with Jason Tatum. You have been rolling early. How did you get in that rhythm?
Just staying aggressive. Just continue to get in the gym and see some go in. It feels good to see him go in early. And it felt good to have us have a good start. Hopefully we keep it up.
Yeah, it was flowing great in that first half, Jay. Thanks very much. Back to you guys.
Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
Hello and welcome. Before we take
I think for Oklahoma City, you really get to see what they're made of after your hard work in the offseason.
Yeah, you have.
Shifting back to that first half of play, let's focus on SGA. Man, is he off to a strong start. And that's all for us.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander really making a difference here.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of him.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Gilgeous-Alexander runs things with Dort to his side. Jason Tatum is out there with Holmgren. And it's Wembanyama in at the center, locking down the middle. And that's who Mark Daigneault starts the second half. And LeBron, the only player to reach 40,000 points in his career. Clark, you're shaking your head. It's incredible, isn't it?
Absolutely remarkable, Kevin. And I did not think I would see it in my lifetime. 40,000 points. Just the sound of that is ridiculous. And, you know, he not only has lived up to the hype that has followed him since he was 15 years old, he's actually exceeded it, Kevin, which is crazy.
Here's Holmgren. Following the basket by LaMelo Ball. The three from Tatum. The three from Tatum.
Well, I like how Tatum had his hands up and ready to go on that catch and shoot. Well done.
Tatum against LeBron. Pass the ball. And the rejection by Holmgren. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, the Thunder are young, but they figured out how to win. Defensive ace Lou Dort talked about their chemistry. He said nobody cries about shot selection or anything like that. We know what each player can do. We just really want to see the team win and succeed. Kevin, you see that in their play.
Don't you, David? Every single game, pulling in the right direction. That free throw, no good.
And you watch Jason Tatum, year to year, he is a model of consistency across the board. The numbers are pretty similar, and the effort never wanes.
And he's good on the second.
A young man who has an appetite for greatness, always pushing himself, is Jason Tatum.
And timeout is called by Charles Lee. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guys. The 2K leaderboard provides us now with this list of last season's assist leaders. Fifth on the list, LeBron James.
Very few guys pass the ball better than he did. I mean, he didn't just have eyes in the back of his head. It's almost as if he had them on both sides, too.
Antetokounmpo kicks the ball. Charlotte moving the ball around. Antetokounmpo passes to Miller. On the wing, James. And he elevates for the slam dunk. Jason Tatum did not like that one.
And what an explosive finisher LeBron is, rocking the rim whenever he goes up like that.
And they're bringing you up close and personal on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. 11 points in the game. Dort against Miller. Pass to Wembanyama. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. 4 on the shot clock. And yes, it's good. Gilgeous-Alexander's got the lead up to 8 now for Oklahoma City.
This is SGA's role. He's out here to score and score often.
Miller, the pass to Williams. Back to Miller. Knocks it loose. Gilgeous-Alexander with it. And it's Miller picking him up. And Gilgeous-Alexander throws it down.
And great awareness of the situation. Gilgeous-Alexander sensing the chance for the steal and just taking it straight up on the break.
Now here's Antetokounmpo. Back to ball. Miller against Dort. Pass the ball. Shoots the 3. Connects from three-point range. Ball's got 7.
Well, I like the fact that this is something Ball continues to work on, that deep shot of his. He knows he's got to be a threat from deep to expand his game.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and Coach knows it.
Showing no signs of slowing or cooling down. They're going to ride him as far as he can take him.
Ball to pass to James. Giannis against Wembanyama. Here's Antetokounmpo. Banked in off the glass. He's got 6.
You know, this is where Giannis still does most of his damage. He has the size, athleticism, and shot repertoire to hurt you inside.
Here's Wembanyama for 3. The Hornets pull it in the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. The setup and the slam by Giannis.
Love the read there from Antetokounmpo. I mean, his basketball IQ is really impressive when it comes to alley-oop attempts.
Pass to Dort. And here is Holmgren. Dort passes to Holmgren. To the middle. Pocket 6. Gilgeous-Alexander. Off target at the rim. And it's Antetokounmpo with the ball. He'll bring it up for Charlotte. It's a 5-point game. Outside Williams. Here's LeBron. Jason Tatum grabs the board. Oklahoma City's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. 30 seconds left to play here in the third. Hornets with the rebound. Williams has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Ball against Gilgeous-Alexander. It's stolen by Dort. On the wing, Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Holmgren. It's 3-pointers off the mark. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. It's the Thunder. They lead by 5. And we're coming right back after this break to get the fourth quarter underway. We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. The Thunder leading by 5. And Charlotte looking at who they've got. Antetokounmpo is out there with Williams. And it's LeBron James. Then there's LaMelo Ball. And it's Miller in at the small forward position. Now, here's George. Pass to Tatum. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Over LeBron. Here's Wembanyama. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
You have to be aware of Wembanyama on the boards. Really keep a body on him.
And we'll get a look at how the hustle stat game has been going for the Thunder.
I like the fact that they've been very aggressive at the defensive end. Tenacious. They're jumping passing lanes and coming away with a lot of steals.
And I'll tell you, the energy they've shown in the open floor, boy, it has been terrific. Doing a phenomenal job converting in those situations.
Free throw good, Wembanyama.
A generational talent. For Wembanyama, the sky is the limit and the reality.
LeBron kicks the ball. From outside the arc. Nailed from three-point land.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
You know, they want the ball in his hands here because they trust him to hit all the big shots.
And there's the call on Mark Williams.
Mark Williams.
That's his first foul.
Personal foul. Second team foul.
And so here is Oklahoma City, leading by 5. Here's Tatum.
Antetokounmpo is clearly a freak of an athlete at his size, with his agility and length and strength. And what really makes him special is that he works so hard on the defensive end. If he's on you, he's going to make it a long night for you.
A few possessions into the fourth quarter, just over a minute played. Holmgren the screen. And here's Gilgeous-Alexander outside. Hornets trail by 5. Now Miller passed the ball. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. Clark, the 2021 Rookie of the Year, LaMelo Ball, and the only thing holding him back now is his health.
It certainly is, and it's unfortunate because he's a talented, fun-to-watch player. He's already missed a bunch of games early in his career, but he is the total package as a point guard now. Great length at 6'7", and I still think he has MVP potential. It's a matter of, can he stay on the floor?
One thing about LaMelo Ball, he can really take over at times, Greg, when he's healthy and playing well.
And a lot of that is just his feel for the game. He processes quickly and then has the talent to execute. It's pretty hard to stop him when he's in the flow.
Ball hits them both.
And what an advantage. You really feel like you can always trust him when he's at the line.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Wembanyama. Some nice passing by Oklahoma City here. Wembanyama getting it done inside.
And standing easily over 7 feet. When Wemby gets that ball near the hoop, literally nothing a defender can do.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Hey, guys, during the break, listen in with Charles Lee and his team. Now, he's not pleased with the perimeter game on both sides of the ball. He told his guys, we aren't working hard enough out there. We need to shut down the perimeter on defense, and on offense, we have to focus from good to great. Guys.
Thank you, David. Giannis outside. Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the fourth. And James throws it down hard.
How many times have we seen LeBron do this? Take over a game. Put up big scoring numbers. A bunch.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Holmgren sets the screen for Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Wembanyama. Yep, that one goes. 9 points for Victor Wembanyama.
They are just killing him on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Miller with a wide open look. Yes, it's James picking up the assist. LeBron's got 4 assists now tonight. The Thunder with the lead. Outside Tatum. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Shoots over ball. And it's Gilgeous-Alexander missing. Giannis with it. He's picked up by Holmgren.
He is creeping up in those all-time conversations. Giannis has won regular season and Finals MVP plus Defensive Player of the Year. Quite the resume, and he is not done for a while, folks.
The first one, and that narrows the gap to 1.
You really have to appreciate and respect the spirit Giannis plays the game with, a beacon of energy and enthusiasm for his team. They all feed off of him with an attitude of joy and unselfishness.
Unable to get the second one. Thunder have gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the fourth. That's a 42% mark in the quarter. Tatum passes to Holmgren. In the corner, Tatum with it. The shot's good. Gilgeous-Alexander making the play. Gilgeous-Alexander's got his 5th assist in this one. Now here's LeBron. James muscles it in.
The magnitude of the moment not lost on LeBron James. He knows they needed a bucket there, and he's going to get it.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander, and he drops it in from the low post. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 19 points.
And where some feel stressed, Gilgeous-Alexander feels strength. Love the confidence from the young fella.
And good that time.
And James has made so many big shots throughout his career. This is nothing new.
Gilgeous-Alexander against ball. Pass to Holmgren. Lets it go from deep. It's rebounded by Charlotte. LeBron with Dort covering. Shoots over Holmgren. No good off the front iron. The Thunder have gone 5 of 10, 50% from the field. Tatum. Excellent D there from Ball. And it's Antetokounmpo with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Charlotte Hornets. Trailing by 2 to take the lead. Nails the tray.
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
Cool, calm, collected, and confident in the biggest moment of the game. Yes.
And Mark Daigneault calls timeout. And he knows there's no room for mistakes and wants everyone on the same page. Guys, what's your take on how they maximize their opportunities now?
And usually you want to go for the 2-for-1 here to maximize the clock.
.36 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
And able to get himself to the line. SGA so crafty inside there to get the contact.
At the line for your Thunder, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, taking 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
He sinks the clutch free throw. Can't sink it, and that was an important free throw.
They should be in front right now, but he'll be relieved not to have come up totally empty there.
Do not test Mr. Holmgren, a gifted shot blocker.
On the wing, Gilgeous-Alexander.
And what a shot from Gilgeous-Alexander. This guy isn't afraid of the moment.
Wow. And so it's Charles Lee calling timeout. Pivotal moment in this game. He's not taking any chances. He'll call time. What do you think we're going to see here?
Big chance here to tie it with a bucket.
A critical possession, no doubt. We'll see what they draw up.
Tatum against James. Over Tatum. Ooh, offline. And an intentional foul right there.
Yeah, you can't let him hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
No, you got to foul. I mean, it's going to come down to free throws here. Foul right away.
2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
He drops the first one, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And so both free throws are good. It's a 4-point ball game.
Those free throws are the nail in the coffin, guys.
And the Hornets call time here. They're trailing by 4. And let's get your take, guys. What's the strategy?
Well, they'll need a very quick basket out of this timeout.
Yeah, and even if they get it and then get a quick foul, I'm not sure there's enough time even under that scenario.
5 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Charlotte no good that time either. So a close game sees Oklahoma City taking this one. It was a fantastic ball game, and they did a great job making sure it didn't get away from them late.
Yeah, I mean, they faced some challenges, but really held firm when they needed to. On both ends, just effective in terms of coming away with this win.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much, Jason. It was a struggle last time out, but tonight you were back on track. What was the difference?
You got to have a short-term memory. Sometimes shots just go in, but you always got to be aggressive and just make the right play.
You're like a cornerback in basketball. That's weird. But it got you a win tonight, man. Congrats. Back to you.
All right, David, thanks so much. And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. And now we present the player of the game, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
next, the Spurs taking on the... Welcome to 2K... What's not to love about opening day, Grant? Every team with an equal chance to do something special.
Oh, B.A., that's the way these teams look at it. Regardless how your previous season went, you have a chance to do something special, something great. Time to start fresh and build on that optimism.
Here are the starters for Oklahoma City. Dort and Holmgren. A lot of defense at the 3 and the 4 for him. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is out there with Kevin Durant. And it's Antetokounmpo in at the 5.
I love when Shai does not just settle for a layup. Finish with authority. What a pretty dunk.
Rejected by Antetokounmpo. It's Dort on the wing. He's guarded by Barnes. Holmgren, the pass to Durant. Over Wembanyama. LeBron with the rebound. On offense, here are the Spurs. Pass to Barnes. The 3-ball. Oh, can't get it. Misses his first attempt.
Boy, a wide open shot from his favorite spot. That is one he'd like to have back.
Well, Doris, Chet Holmgren was one of the more highly touted guys coming into the league in a long time.
He was, B.A., and he has lived up to the billing. At that size, to be able to shoot the ball, put it on the deck, be a force at the rim defensively. But maybe his best attribute, he is a tough competitor.
The Thunder have gone 2 of 3 from the floor. Antetokounmpo. Davis with a rebound. San Antonio has gone 0 for 2 from outside. James outside. Oh, he finds himself wide open and drills it.
Oh, the rhythm and timing for LeBron James. No hesitation off the catch. You love to see it.
Gilgeous-Alexander from outside. Barnes with the rebound. For San Antonio, they've gone 1 of 4 to begin this one. Dort against James. Back to Barnes. James outside. Shot clock at 6. Davis with a screen on Dort. Over Dort. The shot by James, no good.
He's been off this whole period, unable to sustain any kind of consistency.
Here's Durant. And again, Oklahoma City, no good. And Davis has got the ball here for the San Antonio Spurs. Trailing by 2. And Davis slams it home.
You talk about guys that like to go right to the rim. AD is towards the top of that list.
And so it's Oklahoma City with it. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
I caught up with Coach Greg Popovich. I asked Coach what the game plan is for Kevin Durant. They remarked, hope KD misses a few shots. A 7-footer with his skill should be illegal. Durant is a legend, but our guys are hyped to face off with him. Let's see if their energy can slow Durant down a little bit, guys.
Great work, Allie. Thanks. This past offseason, OKC decided to move on from their former first-round pick, Josh Giddey.
Yeah, the 6th overall pick in 2021. Giddey is a talented player with good upside, but fit is so important in the NBA, and the Thunder knew his talents would be better suited elsewhere.
Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. 35 points his last game. Bearing his second of 3 attempts.
Let's remember that at 6'6", Shai Gilgeous-Alexander can more than handle himself near the cup.
James outside. That's it. Coming off an assist from Barnes. Barnes has got 4 assists in the game.
I love this approach. Getting him involved early, and it's already paying off.
They know that if this guy goes off, their chances of winning rise exponentially.
And it's slammed in by Durant.
Easy money for the Slim Reaper. Nice finish.
San Antonio's gone 2 for 4 from range to start things off. Barnes against Gilgeous-Alexander. Barnes passes to James. Back to Barnes. The 3. The Thunder with the rebound.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Here's Durant. That one no good.
Well, we love his ability to attack the rim. He just loses a little bit of focus and misses the chippy.
Back to James. For 3, nails it from beyond the arc. James has got 11 points. And so it's LeBron James making things happen for the Spurs. 11 points in the quarter. He's on fire. All right, we'll get back to the action after this break. And getting it going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for San Antonio.
Well, in today's NBA, the three-point shot is so valuable. They realize this, and that's why they're continuing to drain as many as they can.
Yeah, and in addition, their ball movement has really unleashed their offense. Boy, they've been fun to watch.
James is out there with Barnes. Then it's Victor Wembanyama. Then it's Anthony Davis. And it's Bassie in at the center position. That's who's in the game for the Spurs. Now here's Davis. And there's James from the arc. Good. And the assist to Wembanyama. He's got 14.
12 straight points off threes. This defense is not extending very well.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Oh, it's blocked by Wembanyama.
With great mobility in the 8-foot wingspan. Yes, 8 foot. Wembanyama easily wipes that shot away.
Davis finds Wembanyama. Back to Davis. Step back and fire. Antetokounmpo grabs the board. Thunder trail by 6. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Dort, a screen on James. Now Dort, let's go with a 3. The rebound by Victor Wembanyama.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that open.
James against Gilgeous-Alexander. Now, here is James. He's covered closely. The 3 from Barnes. Offensive board. James outside. Spurs need to get one up here. Davis from long range. Here's Wembanyama. Oh, too much length for Wemby.
Yeah, terrific follow-through for Wembanyama, proving he has a good head on his shoulders.
And we've got a timeout called by Mark Daigneault. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments.
On the court is your hot squad. Who wants a free t-shirt? You know what to do. Make some noise!
Competition in the league today. There's still those teams piling up losses.
Yeah, B.A., and with teams like the Thunder excelling, it's almost like youth is no longer an excuse, but some rebuilds take longer than others.
And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for the Thunder. No points yet here in the second quarter for him. Dort with it, picked up by James. Dort, the pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Oh, the determination from Gilgeous-Alexander.
It's very long, and SGA so effective around the hoop because of that length.
James, outside. Barnes with a screen on Dort. James inside. Dort defending. The three from Barnes. And the three-pointer goes. Barnes has gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Gilgeous-Alexander surveying the D. Pass to Holmgren. Durant against Davis. From outside the arc. Durant's shot is off.
They have a decent advantage in regards to rebounding.
Well, Grant, even though it looks like LeBron could play forever, he stated that he doesn't have much time left.
Well, it's unbelievable that he's sustained this level of excellence for as long as he has. I would be surprised if we see this type of longevity ever again.
San Antonio leading by 9. Left side Barnes, outside Wembanyama, back to Barnes. To the middle. A chance to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Oh, it's blocked! It deflects off the backboard. Up top, Davis. Guarded by Durant. Releases. No good off the glass. Thunder trail by 9. It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A three-point play opportunity.
First team foul.
When you look at the career of Kevin Durant, he's had an amazing list of teammates, Grant.
Yeah, that's true, B.A. And it started with Westbrook and Harden. Then he had Steph, Clay, and Dre, Kyrie, and then Booker and Beal. That is quite the list.
Free throw is good from Durant. And Doris, when you think about Kevin Durant, certainly a prolific scorer, but that's not the whole story.
What I love the most, I think, B.A., about Kevin Durant is how much he loves playing the game of basketball. His availability is never in question as long as there is some measure of health. the work he puts in consistently. Anyone who's ever seen his routine, teammates, coaches, front office staff, they are in awe of the commitment to his craft.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, the 11th pick back in 2018, has developed to the point where he is in the MVP conversation. His coach, Mark Daigneault, said he's improved every year. He's been in the league. It's a testament to his humility. He looks in the mirror, he sees what he needs to improve on, and then he works at it. Brian?
All right, Allie, thank you.
And before he even leaves the floor, Holmgren has the ball at rim level.
Barnes passes to James. Again, the miss by the Spurs. Thunder trail by 4. Pass to Antetokounmpo. The kick to Durant. Screen by Antetokounmpo. Oh, KD from downtown.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
And we're through the first half of play here in what's been a good one. Spurs out in front, up 1. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow on 2K Sports.
And please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the Van half-court shot. Drum line. They're thinking about the shot. One more time, a round of applause for the participants.
Come one, come all. The 2K halftime is here, and so's our breakdown of the upcoming schedule. Let's check it out.
When I look at San Antonio, like most teams right now, they're optimistic. We'll see how they handle the first couple of games.
Yeah, everyone starts out undefeated. It is a hopeful time of year for everybody. And fellas, going back to that first half action, LeBron James was in complete control.
Putting up points, not shy looking for his shot, man. And he's been carrying the load offensively.
Yes, he understands his role and what he needs to do to keep this team successful.
Glad you could join us. Ryan Anderson and crew are ready to take it away for the start of the third quarter.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been a fairly even one. You know, LeBron James has been exceptional here, guys.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
Boy, he has been shouldering the load. Aggressive, skilled, talented, and thus far, unstoppable.
And so it's Barnes with it. He brings it up for the Spurs. Taking a look at Oklahoma City. Dort and Holmgren. A lot of defense at the 3 and the 4 for him. Kevin Durant is out there with Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's Antetokounmpo in at the center position. And a fast break now for the Thunder. He goes up. Giannis end to end.
And so agile there on the break. I mean, you got to appreciate Holmgren hustling to capitalize in these situations.
James outside. Gilgeous-Alexander against Barnes. Pass to Davis. James against Dort. From the high post. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it. It's good. James has got 16 points.
The ability to sustain productivity over the entirety of his career, LeBron James is a modern marvel.
And he comes up with a bucket. Extremely competitive game thus far.
Yeah, 6 lead changes in total. I expect there to be more to come.
Over to the left wing. Outside for Davis. Pass to James. There's a screen. Releases from the wing and drills it. He's got 18.
You call this a groove, folks, offensively. When shots are falling, you're getting to your spots. LeBron James right now on his personal playground.
Gilgeous-Alexander no good. San Antonio leading. And Doris, no doubt about it, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is an absolute monster on offense.
Very quietly, one of the most dangerous offensive players in the game is Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He's got size, he's got speed, he's got handle, he can score from 3 levels. This guy is a legit force.
Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Give him 8. Here's Durant. San Antonio with a rebound. Wembanyama's got 5 rebounds tonight. Boy, the offense has been on point.
They have great timing and great communication. So hard to get stops against them.
Here's James. The 3 from Barnes. And it's Holmgren with a rebound. Holmgren's got a rebound number 5 here tonight.
They tried to stay perfect in the half, but 3 for 4 now.
Wembanyama against Durant. Over Wembanyama. Durant, no good. Spurs lead by 4. James outside. Pass to Barnes. Here's Bassi. To the paint. Ooh, poked away. Gilgeous-Alexander with a steal.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
Antetokounmpo inside. Davis on him. And Antetokounmpo the bucket on the assist by Gilgeous-Alexander. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 3 assists in the game. And Greg Popovich has called timeout. He wants a few moments to regroup with his players.
Spurs fans, no reason to gripe when we got the Spurs hype squad.
Let's look at the top rebounders from last season. In the 3rd spot, Anthony Davis.
Simply put, he was terrific down low last year, owning the glass.
San Antonio's gone 1 of 2 shooting from the perimeter since halftime. Wembanyama finds Davis. Over Durant. Again, the miss by the Spurs.
I'm sure he's kicking himself. He hates to blow that kind of opportunity.
Fires from deep. KD splashes the triple.
Well, Kevin Durant has an ability to put the ball on the deck and finish off the drive. Prime example there.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian, Chet Holmgren said, quote, "It's exciting to have this sort of success early on because it's just rare for young teams. But at the same time, we cannot let it distract us from how much better we have to get. Hopefully, we have a long runway together to figure things out." Brian?
A chance for great things, Allie. Thanks for that.
You can't let Davis get established positioning inside. If he does, you have to foul him.
Despite entering his 30s, Anthony Davis is not slowing down, Grant.
Yeah, B.A. And last year, AD put up the best rebounding numbers of his career. And his shooting percentage also very high. And just watching him, Davis is still an all-NBA caliber player capable of taking over on both ends.
First free throw is good.
Quite simply, AD is one of the most impactful players in the league. Can take over a game on both ends.
Both free throws good from Davis. Oklahoma City trailing. Pass to Holmgren. They set the pick. 52 seconds left in the third quarter. And it's Antetokounmpo with the miss.
And that closeout certainly made a difference.
Well, no question. He altered that shot, and most of the time, that's just as good as blocking it.
Now here's Barnes. James inside. Dort defending. Good on the shot. James has got 9 points now in the quarter.
Well, obviously, the defense has not been great this half, and you've got to be able to address this quickly.
Durant, rebounded by the Spurs. Davis has got his 5th rebound in this one.
Gotta love how they've been crashing the boards, fighting hard for every miss.
Just 1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. Ooh, Durant with a steal. Shoots over Barnes. Nice shot by Durant. Durant's got 15 points.
Yeah, they want this to be a transition game. It's where they've been most effective.
Yeah, they've had less success when they allow the defense to get set. That's why they want to keep pushing the pace.
And so it's LeBron James making things happen for the Spurs. Continued to rack up points in that quarter. His total for the night to 23. More NBA on 2K Sports right after this. Greg Popovich addressing his team. Let's hear what he had to say.
This game is a big boy game. Physicality, toughness with the ball. And transition D is equally important. Love it. You know what you got to do.
Man, you got to love Coach Popovich. Starts off by challenging his guys, then gives them some encouragement.
Yeah, that's what the great coaches do. They know when to push, when to pull, how to keep people motivated.
We've reached the fourth quarter in what has been a very competitive game. Should be an exciting finish. Davis out there with Wembanyama. Then there's Barnes. Then there's LeBron James. And it's Bassie in at the center, locking down the middle. That's who's in the game for the Spurs. And there's James from the arc. The Thunder pull it in. Antetokounmpo, left side. And Antetokounmpo with the stuff.
I mean, the size and athleticism of Giannis, arguably without precedent, an incredibly prolific finisher.
James passes to Barnes. Back to James. Davis with a screen on Dort. Just 4 to shoot. And there's James from the arc. Fires in the triple. James has got 12 points in just the second half.
Putting on a shooting clinic from deep. He had that huge first half, and he's still rolling.
And Mark Daigneault has called a timeout. He clearly wants to talk it over and make sure everyone is focused. swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Hi, guys. Well, Mark Daigneault was just reviewing the plan with his team. He pleaded with his guys to keep their emotions in check, saying, you're battling right now. Continue to play smart. Don't try to be a hero out there. Play for one another. Guys, let's see what happens.
And Allie, thanks. Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute played. And there's the lob, the feed, the jam, Giannis.
Impressive how in sync Giannis is with his squad, enabling them to set up a flashy alley-oop.
Pass to Barnes. Back to James. All sorts of time. And it's Holmgren with a rebound. Holmgren's got 6 rebounds in the game. Durant against Davis. Stolen by Davis. Moving along. 2 minutes gone in the fourth. To the inside. Outside for Wembanyama. The three-pointer off the mark.
Well, he just hasn't found his rhythm tonight, partly because he's gotten fewer touches.
The shot by Dort, no good.
Boy, if you're going up against this guy in this close a range, you've got to defend with everything you've got. A tremendous job defensively.
Back to James. Outside for Wembanyama. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead. Thunder with a lead. It's a one-on-one situation. Here's Antetokounmpo. Oh, it's blocked by Wembanyama.
An elite shot blocker. Wembanyama covers so much ground.
Davis. And it's Holmgren with a rebound. For Oklahoma City, they've gone 3 of 5 since this fourth quarter started. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Screen by Holmgren. Here's the 3. The rebound by Victor Wembanyama. Wembanyama's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Barnes passes to Wembanyama. Here's James. Rejected by Holmgren.
Wow, I mean, the 7'6" wingspan coming in handy. Holmgren loves swatting away shots just like this.
James with the block. And they get it back. Nice shot by Durant.
Now, we know Kevin Durant is one of the elite players in the NBA, and if there's a big shot to be made, he wants to take it.
And we've got a timeout called by Greg Popovich. He's decided it's time to clarify the situation, leaving little room for error.
You see yourself on the screen, and you show us your best move. Let's go! You're on the big screen. Shake it.
Here's James. Minute 32 left in the fourth quarter here. Davis with a screen on Dort. Inside to get back on track. And Davis slams it home.
What an emphatic bucket by Davis. This is a guy who never backs down or gives up.
Gilgeous-Alexander on the wing. Check by James. Toward outside. The three from Holmgren. Rebound San Antonio. Right side Barnes. To the paint. Davis, the pass to Wembanyama. James against Gilgeous-Alexander to tie it up. They get it again. Second chance effort. Outside for Davis. Fires for three. And he buries it. Oh, a tremendous three. We're tied.
And the stakes were high right there. What a bucket.
I'll tell you, that changes things, doesn't it? Good job, young fella. What a game.
And Mark Daigneault has called a timeout. There is a lot on the line, and he is determined to make sure everyone's on the same page.
Get loud and let them hear it. It's time to give out some T-shirts, but only to the loudest fan. Show us what you got.
There's 42 seconds left in the final quarter. Fires at the elbow. Gilgeous-Alexander, no good.
You got to move past that one. I mean, they'd want him to take that again.
And they should, because it's when you start turning down that kind of look that your offense can start to bog down a bit.
Davis with a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. Here comes LeBron. And the go-ahead bucket, no good.
This has not been his best quarter.
And you know what? They keep calling his number, and they're simply trying to get him out of this funk.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Count it!
This guy reads situations so well, and he knows how to execute.
And Greg Popovich has called timeout. The pressure is on, and he's got a plan to share with his guys. What's the best strategy for him?
I would honestly attempt to get the ball near the rim, because even if the shot doesn't fall, a quick putback will suffice.
favors from long range.
Oh, yes.
It's good! Are you kidding me?
Oh, my goodness. That's how you beat the clock. The winner at the buzzer. It doesn't get any better.
You couldn't dream up a more dramatic finish. 3 points right as the buzzer sounds. This is a ball game people will be talking about for quite some time.
And we've got a timeout call by Mark Daigneault. Great time to call his guys into the huddle at a very tense moment in this game. All right, guys, how do you see him managing the next possession?
And there's not enough time to catch and shoot, so they'll have to tip it in off the inbound pass.
So it's San Antonio who scraped by with the win. What a performance they have here at home today.
I'll tell you what, these are the ones that are so nice to win and so tough to lose. I love being on the edge of my seat, never knowing what would happen next.
Well, now a minute to check in with Allie LaForce. She's courtside. Hey, Allie.
Anthony, the chemistry between you and LeBron, how much of that is your skill set versus your connection as teammates?
We both respect each other. We know what we both can do on the floor on both ends, and when we get out and run and we run into our pick and roll, it's hard to guard. You know, he's able to shoot the ball if they go under. He's a monster attacking the basket. You know, I'm rolling or popping, and it kind of mix up the defense scheme. And anytime we're able to get into that action, it's unguardable.
It's unguardable, a combo anyone would love to have. Thanks, AD.
Allie, thank you as always. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Allie LaForce, Doris Burke, and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson alongside our 2K Sports crew, thanking you for watching. And time now to introduce our player of the game, LeBron James.